Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Smudcast number 624, Persona 4 Golden, zero punctuation. In case you don't know what zero punctuation is, that is Yahtzee from the Escapist magazine, if that's still a thing anymore. Apparently so. But he is covering Persona 4, and Persona 4 Golden, I think, is a 10-year-old game at least, so I don't know.
Yes, 2012, yeah.
Yeah, so he must have played Persona 5 because that was the big popular Persona game that came out. So I'm assuming he covered that as well. So
yeah,
okay, great. So
it's just like I think Golden came out only 2 years ago for PC.
Oh, for PC.
To be fair, it came out on Vita first, but everyone forgot about the Vita. So
yeah, that's true.
I knew people like even before I played the game. Like I knew that like people got the Vita so they can play Persona 4 Golden. That was like the sole reason. And like the moment Persona 4 dropped for PC, like the sales for the Vita dropped as well.
Oh yeah.
From 2 sales to 1 sale.
I remember it was Persona 3 Fez came out on the PS3, and I was like, why did it come out on the PS3? Because the original
P3 came out on PS3, really?
Well, the Fez, the remake came out on PS3, but the original game came on PS2.
Are you talking about the indie game Fez, the one with the developer that had a mental breakdown over Twitter?
No, not that one.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
No. This is the actual remake of Persona 3, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Persona 3 is a pretty cool game, and it set the style and method for which all the other Persona games are made. So if you go all the way to 5, it's exactly the same formula. And I think at that point they knew it so well that they were just focusing on polishing this thing because it's so big, and it's all pretty much the same stuff with obviously upgraded gameplay and visuals and voice acting and all the level design to make it super stylish. And in fact, they did too much style. They had too many effects going. And this is strange, when you over polish a game and you have to scale back the effects, there's too many transitions, there's too many GUI effects, so they had to take it out because it was driving people crazy, which is kind of funny.
When you sharpen a knife, if you sharpen it too much, you risk it being dull.
It's fascinating just to hear that, because usually that's the exact opposite in game design or game development, where it's the last second you have to get this thing out the door and it's not done, it's not ready, it's got bugs. And this is like, no, it's Persona 5. They do quality products, they test the hell out of it. And even if there were bugs, they always release an update in the next, well, it is still a game. They charge you full price for the next iteration of its version. So we had Fez, we had Royal, and of course Persona 4 Golden. So, wait
a minute. I think I recognize this channel. Is this a guy that was a bit pretentious about video games last time I was on here?
Oh, he's been this way
he has been for a while.
At least 12 years, yeah. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, he started off really well, and then he started getting the California vibe when he moved.
Yeah.
So
basically, he peaked in high school.
We're not sure what happened to the guy, but he tried opening up a bar. He tried doing a bunch of video.
Bar?
Yeah, he bought some sort of club with other game reviewer friends. It didn't work out for him. And he tried doing a bunch of other things, the stuff that was happening on The Escapist with other creators that they were hiring. And he was trying all these pitches with videos, and they were funny because we thought, okay, well, The Escapist does stuff like that, so we thought it'd be cool. But they never went anywhere. They just stuck with his reviews. So, sadly.
I know that like he had the pitch, like Yahtzee had the pitch to write Duke Nukem Forever, and it didn't go through.
That was a weird sketch he did with 2 other guys, and they were all sitting around in a boardroom, and they were just like, what do we do? They're holding their heads. And then they have an idea, and then they go, no. And they just keep doing that. Like, that was the ongoing joke. So, Yahtzee has come and gone, but he's still around, and people still like him. So, obviously, he's going to keep working at The Escapist. So, good for him.
he can never leave it until he dies.
I don't know.
Or even after he dies.
What skills does he have? I don't know. I know he makes games. He's made amateur games, so he can code.
He is supposedly like he does writing. Like I think like he had like a book or two released by himself.
You're right.
But like other than that, I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always saw him as a journalist.
I don't know what he would do in a living if he'd stopped making videos. So
you see that's your first mistake. You assume that journalists actually have skills.
Well, they have to have some command of communication skills to do their job, whether it's from an AI nowadays or whether it's Grammarly doing the work for you. I don't know. So I'd imagine that before he was doing the journalist with gaming, going to like conventions, he was on YouTube. And we remember his older YouTube videos where he was using copyrighted video or audio. And that's one of the first things he did when he went to The Escapist. They had to give him his own musical loop so he could have the intros and outros so that they wouldn't be copyrighted. So, I remember him having to talk about that. So no, it's I liked him when he started off, and then he got into the political crap with the not after hours. What did he call it? The cutting room floor stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever he called it, extra punctuation. I don't remember what the hell he called it. So it just never.
That's a bit. Oh, sorry.
It never connected with me. And then we hear his political ideology, and you're like, ooh, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't talk about that stuff. Don't have to go there.
That's a bit interesting because like about I think it was a week ago, I was looking at the site that Twitter hates, and they had like a forum pop up about YouTubers that jumped the shark. I see a few people talk about some call me Johnny in the way that you describe zero punctuation.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's we like his style, we like his artwork. Like he makes it fun and entertaining, and it's quick. Like he talks very quickly, which is it's kind of funny. Like you talk about the 4 major reasons that make you a popular YouTuber. You have to talk quickly. You have to have a dry sense of humor. You have to be British, and you have to talk about boobs or whatever, politics, whatever the popular thing.
Yeah, he hits all those points.
He talks about dicks a lot. I know that. Oh, bullocks or whatever. He always talks about genitalia. Yeah, so if you got those 4 things, you're going to do well. But anyway. So this is a very short video. It's, 6 minutes?
Yeah.
Jeez. I don't remember his other Persona videos, but good for him. Good stuff. Won't take us too long. And Mark, you just finished playing the game. I've said before, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite Persona games out there. I've played 4. I've played Golden. I've played 3. I played Fez. 2, Innocent Sin, and I tried. I tried Innocent Sin. I played Eternal Punishment. Of course, I played 1. Haven't tried the Q games. Haven't tried the fighting games. Haven't tried the dancing games. So there's a lot.
They just recently got into the Persona series, and that's because they just recently released on Switch.
Yeah.
And
yes, the Golden release was very recent on Switch, wasn't it?
And like an idiot I spent about 100 hours on both of them.
Well,
yeah.
The number 5 that came out was Strikers First on the PC, so that was the big introduction, and it finally made Atlas realize, hey, we got fans on PC. It's like, no shit, we've been waiting for Persona to come out on PC for like 10 years, 20, 15 years. But they were very strict non-PC publishers, and they realized, well, everyone's going there anyway, so we may as well. So here we are, and eventually I'll play Persona 5 when it goes on sale. And play it.
Yeah, same. I added it to my wish list once sale hits.
I played Persona 5, and it's pretty good. Would have been a lot more fun for me had I not been spoiled by a thumbnail, but you know.
No. I think we've all been spoiled.
I'm still salty about that.
I've been spoiled by all the press releases, the news, the anime, the video reviews. Like I've seen pretty much everything in the game. So I still want to play.
Again, it's better than being spoiled by reading an article about how to level grind. Thanks.
A level grind in Persona. Yeah, no, there's lots of strategies in these games to get your levels, get your items, get your whatever. So it's a bit different because Persona
And
has.
it would have been fine had the person not mentioned a spoiler 8th character in Dragon Quest XI.
Oh.
Because, yeah, it was like, what the... I was mad.
Okay, well.
I haven't seen the Persona 4 anime, but like I saw some clips, and like I guess like it really well replicates like what happens in the story.
What they do with Persona 4, and even 5, I think, but mostly in 4, they choose, you know how in Persona 4 you have the 3 options for dialogue? They always gave you the goofy response. So anytime...
Perfect. That's the one where I went for it. So
yeah, it's the funniest one, and whenever you see it, you know it's the goofy response because you remember playing the game. And you're like, wait a second, I might be dying. It's like, no, you're not. Like it's all these clips you remember. They're so goofy you wouldn't choose them, but the game or the animation chooses them, and it's even funnier in the dub. So if you watch the
the English though is surprisingly very well done. Like especially, I think if I have to like pinpoint like a voice actress that I really liked was Chase. Like holy shit, that was like the golden voice is just wow.
Yeah, and you saw interviews that she really she didn't do her own thing, but she exaggerated a lot. So they say, oh, that's pretty good. We're gonna put that in the game, and she did the same thing in the anime. So she was a really good character for Chie. If you look at the Japanese version, obviously the Japanese actors are a lot more reserved. They're still goofy.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, the Japanese personality of these actors are very, very like, okay, say your line. Yes, you're exaggerating, but you're not like flipping out. Whereas you see like the scene where Yusuke has to pee. And he's in the
Yusuke has to be on the wall.
Yeah, and the dub is like she's talking to Murakami and then swatching back, and it's like so funny between her moods. And in the Japanese, she's just like, "What are you doing? This is crazy. Would you please talk to him about this?" Like it's so low key compared to the English version. So I recommend watching either if you don't want to watch the whole thing. There's about a super cut of like the 4. I think they broke down all the entire Persona 4 animation into 4 YouTube clips where it's just the funniest parts, and it's so good.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out after the stream.
Can't exactly say that I'm too big a fan of modern anime, but I might check it out.
Yeah, it's basically if you've ever watched the abridged version of Dragon Ball. This is already a bridge. It's already cut for you to be funny. There's no need for it to be cut up or have voice actors to replay the characters' roles. They already do a hilarious job at it, and they even go further because there's all these not side stories, but imagine if your friends were watching you talk to all your social links and they were like spying on you. It's like, what? He's talking to an old granny? What the hell? Because everyone loves the main character as this playboy, Prince.
Yes.
And
the Genghis Khan of Inaba.
Yeah, he's so charming and friendly and beautiful.
He's not the Genghis Khan. He's the freaking rabbit of the area.
He's super friendly and flirty and charming, and he's not too smart, but he's smart enough. He's not too athletic, but he's athletic. Like he's all these attributes, and that was sort of what I got. The vibe from 3 was like, oh, okay, this guy comes in as an exchange student, and he helps everyone out, even though he's kind of moody and doesn't really care. In 4, he actively cares. He actively wants to be everyone's friend and nice and solve all your problems and help them out with their job and their personal life. Like he gets involved. And it's so funny because they even go further with the persona of you where he's not scared. He doesn't get fazed by anything. And
yes.
In the anime, he's like...
even in the game, like he's just so unfazed the whole time. Like,
yeah, which is just like
He's basically the Goldilocks protagonist.
Yeah, he's like...
Not too bad, not too good, just right.
Yeah, because in 3, the whole reason why he's unfazed is because he has this death wish. He doesn't care. Whereas 4, he has this positive outlook, and he just wants... Like, it doesn't matter what it is, he'll face it. So it's so funny. Like he'll get hit, he'll get kissed, he'll get thrown down a flight of stairs if he has to, and he'll just do it because he wants to fit in and he wants to be friendly with everyone. So it's one of those sacrificial lamb hero kind of guys who can take the hit.
Well, one of the like silly things that I noticed with the dub is that like Narukami and Adachi's voice actor is the same.
Yep.
Like, I wonder why they did that.
Yeah, it's great to have antagonist and protagonist portrayed by the same voice actor, and if you're not paying attention, you don't catch it. So,
yeah, I needed a few minutes to catch it actually.
Yeah, it's really good. Like the range of these guys, and they know they're doing comedy, but it's dramatic as well. So, I recommend watching at least those 4 clips. They're hilarious. All right, let's get going. 6 minutes. This will probably only take 4 because whatever. Jokes and intros and outros, all that crap. Here we go.
I mean, at least like he does say what you said, Smud, that like all the Persona games are pretty much the same, but with different characters. At least like he agrees with something.
Right. Yeah, no, it's different because when 3 came out, it was experimental. And you're like, why does this thing work? And it's slower. It's obviously when it came out, a lot of people were like, what? They're putting guns to their head? That's crazy. Like, it's not real guns, but...
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember, like, when I was a teenager, it turned me off, but, like, otherwise it looked like a really fun game.
Yeah.
I just didn't own a PS2, so...
Yeah, it had the anime cutscenes, so it was...
I remember that guns to the head Persona summoning one, because I remember seeing it in as a joke in a... Y'all know the Downfall parodies, right?
No.
The one where where Hitler rants about something.
And those Downfall parodies. Yes, that's the one.
One of them was like the enemy has personas, and then there's like persona clips to the 2 soldiers shooting themselves in the head.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They were summoning.
Persona.
Oh dear. All right, we're almost done. He talks very quickly, so who knows? It'll be done in 2 seconds or 30 seconds. We don't know.
Arguably refused to admit whose it is.
Oh boy.
That was it. 2 seconds.
I do want to mention about the vagina thing. I think he was trying to make a reference to Mara, the one that's a dick on a chariot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That has to be the dumbest design for a person.
Was that demon in 4? Because I know it was in Strange Journey and Devil
Summer. It was in 3 for sure.
I know he was in 5.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a big deal. Like I don't remember summoning him. So.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing on the DS and like my mom saw it. She was like having questions. But yeah, like, that was funny.
Do we need to talk about something?
I'm in the.
That reminds me of something similar.
I'm in the stream memes, and I don't know why. Mateus posted a bunch of what is this?
It's the Left 4 Dead game.
Oh, Left 4 Dead. Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
It's just like he's using all these cringe mods.
That reminds me of a story actually when I was in high school, and I still laugh about it to this day. Y'all want to hear it?
Jesus Christ!
What is these mods? Yeah, I'm not going to show off all those memes, but here is the Yahtzee saying maybe in Persona 6 you fight a giant vagina, and then we have in Shin Megami Tensei the Ariok. I don't know what Ariok is.
Well, probably one of the demons.
One of those giant creatures. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, no. The great thing about Persona is all the bestiary, all the creative ideas, and every Persona game has their own flavor and style. So it's always fun to see their version of Lucifer, Satan, and how he looks and why. And
yeah,
it's very cool, very stylized. So I always
I like how in Persona they just kind of like a bit like dumb it down. They're like, oh, you're not summoning demons, you're summoning personas. even though like the base game just pretty much tells you,
Yeah,
like, you have to fuse demons or angels or whatever.
It's Devil's Summoner Saga or some flavor of
Yes.
Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah.
I mean, I did summon demons. I always picked the angels for like the final boss. I went for the.
Well, they are the bad guys essentially. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, well, we like talking about Persona 4. Too bad Sraxlot wasn't here, but he's busy, of course.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have a guy who just finished Persona 4 Golden, and it is a great game. How expensive is it? It can't be that expensive. It just came out.
It's
on Twitch, it's like
$15 when I bought it.
Wow.
It's all worth that's incredible. Like at least 100 hours of gameplay for $15. Like that is just like a bargain.
And if you
And
guys
since we're mentioning RPGs, buy East 8. It's also just as good.
all right.
We will.
And if you like the Persona series, check out the Persona animations. I think the third one had movies. I can't remember if they were longer, but the fourth one definitely had its own animation, same with 5. And 4 is absolutely hilarious. If you guys don't want to watch the whole series, watch the 4 clips on YouTube. They're great. And if you play the game, you'll know exactly where these scenes come from. So it's funny, fun stuff. And it does make you feel good. It's one of those stories that just make you feel good at the end. So check it out. Anyway, thank you for listening. Yes. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.